Hi everybody, it's Trish from Art Journal Junkie. I took out my A5 Moleskine Journal some time ago and I glued some torn strips of a magazine to break the background. I wasn't really very methodical about this, even though I tried to be, just randomly tearing the strips and laying them down and adhering them with matte medium. Once it was completely dry, I trimmed the edges with a pair of scissors. Then I washed over it with my watery gesso to merely push the text back, not to actually obliterate it completely. Once that was dry, I applied gelatos, spritzing here and there with water and blending them together with a baby wipe and my fingers. Now this page sat unadorned in my journal for a good few months, and every time I paged past it, I would think, what am I going to do? What am I going to be putting on it? It's just sitting there, it needs something, but I really just didn't know what to put on. And you know, most people have a problem breaking a blank page. It seems like I had a problem trying to go over one that I'd already done something on. Anyway, Brandi Dayton has a group on Facebook called A Thing Called Love. And you can join it. It's free, and I'll put the link in the description box below. In the first lesson, she shows how to draw whimsical zinnia flowers and the sweetest little birds in watercolor. I really enjoyed following along, and I actually did do the project in watercolor. Then one morning, this page stuck its tongue out at me, and I decided to do a retake on the zinnia tutorial, but this time in my own fashion. So I took out my Stabilo all pencil and I started drawing the zinnias. I really love this pencil. You draw with it, you add water, and you look like you are a super impressive watercolor artist. Here I'm using a water brush to go over the pencil, allowing it to wet the ink and for that wet ink to do its own thing. When the ink became a little bit too heavy or black, I simply wiped the brush off on a piece of paper towel and I continued on. Just a word of warning. The Stabilo all pencil reactivates after being dried, after being activated. I hope that makes sense. So once you draw with it, then you wet it, then you dry it. If you take water to it again, it will reactivate and it'll just blast all over the place. So be careful of that, especially if you want to add some sort of mixed media and you're going to glue on top of it or use some matte medium. Just be warned, it does reactivate. Initially I took out my Derwent Aquatones They are water-soluble crayons, but they really didn't sit well on the page. So guess what? I wiped it off and I went back to basics and pulled out my acrylics. Now here I'm using a Posca paint pen just to do some highlighting. If the truth be told, it isn't really highlighting, I'm just doodling, because you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. Again, I used my Stabilo awl. I ran it around the edges of the page and activated it with my water brush. And the last thing to do was to add my stamp and the date. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving me a thumbs up. And come on over to Facebook and join me at Art Journal Junkie. Have a great day and see you all soon. Bye for now.